Good morning and welcome to Saturday Morning Comic Talk. This is a show where normally we talk about random things I think up in the middle of the week with top indie creators, but this week we are going to reflect back on 2025. Normally I would have done it earlier, but I was gone on vacation the week that I normally would have done it, so we're catching up. Dash and I looked at the top music of 2025 last Wednesday, and now we're going to look back on 2025, kind of our year in review, and then what we're looking forward to in our own creations in 2026, and then what we're looking forward to with just pop culture overall. But we always start with introductions. So, Rogo, introduce yourself.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Rogo. I'm out of Austin, Texas. I am the co-creator and illustrator for How to Hunt a Hero, and co-creator with Teen Strike, along with Joe and Jesse, and just artist, just here doing my thing.
Yeah, and you contributed art for my Immortal Era campaign, so I appreciate that. And Travis Gibb was the one who won it, so he was the winner of that art. And looks like Pops is jumping in.
Yes.
Oh no.
Huh. All right.
Welcome, Pops.
Welcome, Pops.
What's up? Look, I had some things happen this year that I can talk about too. So,
all right. Well,
join in on this one.
Definitely join in. We're just reflecting on the year that was. So right now we're doing introductions. So Jesse, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey, I'm Jesse. I do my own comics with Rogo and our friend Joe. Teen Strike is the main one that we're doing right now. I have another one called La Chancla that's coming out in a couple months. I have a Sexy Wizard of Oz book that's coming out next year, and I have another one called Ninja Man that should be coming out towards the end of this year. I'm a professional art director and video game artist for the past 25 years.
Nice.
So just trying to make comics and have fun.
Awesome. Yeah, and I actually just mailed your book out yesterday, your Floaters copy. So yeah,
I got that, excited for that.
Yeah, I'm working on getting those fulfilled. So that's when I finish here, that's what I'll be right back to doing, is getting the campaign fulfilled. So by Monday, it's off my mind. So Dash, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, nothing personal against Texas, but I'm here in the good old state of Oklahoma, or as I like to, not down there in north or southern Oklahoma, as I like to call it. But no, I am an author. I got 2 books out, Hybrids and Hell Comes to Texas. And then co-hosting lots of different shows here on the Madness with you, Ed. We do the music First Impressions, which is a fun show, and then just having a blast. So that's what I do.
Yeah, and yes, today you're surrounded by Texans. Yesterday we did a little pre-interview for our music show. We had one of the musicians from a band we both like come in, and he's from Texas. So that's it. The theme is, when you come on my show, it's going to be Texans around you.
It's going to be Texans. That's all right. I love Texas.
Yeah. All right, and Pops, I guess you can tell us a little bit about yourself if people don't know.
Me to talk? Are you sure?
That's scary.
Hey, that's the format. So now you got to go.
Are you sure? Okay. This is, I'm Pops Van Zandt. I run the Madness Entertainment Group, which is a multi-platform media source for all your pop culture and fun stuff. Man, we try to keep it as fun as we possibly can. In today's world, we know that's hard, but we do our best. We do. But, tons of stuff going on, man. I hope I'm not the last one to introduce myself. You can find me everywhere. Okay, next.
Yeah, so Sarah, she just chimed in. She's supposed to be on the show, but her internet is broken, and that seemed to be the theme for me when I switched to Spectrum. Is my internet was broken, and I was having to just do all kinds of creative things to not lose the show. So
Nem was mad about Spectrum the other day too. So you Southern California people, you had that problem.
Yeah, I don't know. It might work well other places, but
No,
we don't have great SoCal Spectrum.
Yep.
They shut it off like a couple hours before he was supposed to go live, and then he wasn't sure if it was going to be back on in time for him to go live. You know what I mean? It's like
you have to hotspot your phone to run it. So I had to do a couple straight from my phone because Spectrum blackouts, and then I dumped it. And
it's kind of it's funny because it reminds me of the rolling blackouts that were interrupting some of our broadcasting from the West Coast. Because oh shit, the power's out. I can't do my show today. What? Oh yeah, rolling blackouts. Don't they let you guys know ahead of time they're gonna do that?
Oh no, they just all of a sudden but like, why is my house getting hotter? What's going on? Oh, it's a rolling blackout. So you're sitting there
it's not my
sweating.
fault, Sarah. It's not my fault.
And that's why I don't live in California. Okay, because I have to have power all the time. Dash. My dad lived in Oklahoma.
Well, see, there you go.
He was a boomer. He was a boomer sooner guy.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Can I tell you?
Yeah, I spent some time there too as a kid. I was in the Fort Sill, Lawton area.
Yeah.
And it's no offense, one of the most boring states I've ever lived in.
Yes, no, well, that area is boring. You get up north and heading in towards Missouri and all that area, it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fort Sill is there's a reason that the artillery base is down there, because there's nothing there, so they can fire. Yeah, exactly. Fort Sill boring.
Yeah.
We still get to blame you, Ray.
Yeah, we still get to blame. Yeah, we still have to blame me, but the only thing cool down there is Geronimo's grave. That's the only thing cool about.
I did like that. All that the culture there was pretty neat. But we would go to like those shows all the time. I remember watching like an Apache helicopter fire like at a cliffside once for fun. Like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, this is for fun.
Yeah, fun.
We're just gonna go blow a bunch of side of the mountains up with this.
Blow things up. That's your form of entertainment.
What you do, I guess, in Fort Sill, Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Did they remove all the bugs and snakes and Gila monsters and everything from the mountainside before they blew it up? I know.
No, probably
no.
not.
The animals probably got torched. All right, so we're gonna blame Ray for the good time, and then he lives in Canada, CA, and we have and to make things confusing, we have Ontario, California, and you have to say no. I'm gonna do Ontario Comic Con, but not in Canada. So we have
Ontario, CA still doesn't
still doesn't help. All right, so we're gonna look back right now. We're gonna talk about what are your favorite accomplishments that you pulled off in 2025. We're not worried about pop culture or anything like that. We're talking about what did you do? What were the things in 2025 that you are most proud of? So Rogo, what were you proud of that you pulled off in 2025?
Well, this was our first year that we got our book, How to Hunt a Hero, out. It was really cool. I actually found a copy.
Nice.
We long story short, we had been doing the book for we've been working on it for 20 years since college, trying to find a way to put this out. We tried, I think it started as a Sunday comic strip. Mm-hmm. Then we even looked at doing one of those online short things that were really popular back then. And then we reached out to Powerhouse Animation, who does Masters of the Universe on Netflix. We reached out to them to see if we could do an animated short. We were all over and just trying different things. And then COVID happened and we said, you know what, let's just do a comic book. Let's go ahead and just put it out as a comic book format. We'll try it out. We're not doing anything anyways. We're at home. So, let's just get busting on it. And Joe and I, Joe David, he helped co-create this. He and I just kind of sat down, kind of worked it out. We flipped it on its head, tried to make it relevant to today. And I just sat there and I just illustrated the whole thing. This is my first time doing a comic book. I did the whole book, page by page. It took me about pretty much almost all of COVID to get it done. Almost, I think it was 8 months, honestly, that I finally finished it. And then we put it out there, the first book, and then it did well. And so we said, all right, let's do a number one. Let's go ahead and put a number one out there. And so we put a full book out there, and it did well. It funded on Kickstarter, and I'm super proud of it. We got a bunch of really cool cover artists to help us out. Jesse helped out a lot. Matter of fact, he helped me with this that background there and kind of polished it up, made it presentable. But we had artists like Terry Parr. He came in. If you know Terry Parr, he's an amazing artist. He does some really great stuff. Fantastic caricatures. And then speaking of Masters of the Universe, we had one of the designers on that. His name is Eddie Nunez. He came out and did a cover for us as well. So that was really cool to. And also, this is our first time using the chrome cover.
Yeah, those look so good. I love the foil and holofoil covers. They are always beautiful.
Sorry for taking over the buttons, Ed, but I can't see.
No, that's
I gotta make
that's
it
good.
big.
You understand things better than I do, so I appreciate that. I'm sitting here fumbling around trying to make it work. So, Pops, thank you.
Yeah, but other than that, it was just really cool to actually have the book out, like actually have something done. Like that was the goal. Like I actually have a book that I am a part of, that I helped create, and there's a comic book. It's there now. It's tactile. I can see it. Other than that,
I can tell you that is a good feeling. Just to have your thing out there that you created, no matter what it is, right?
Yeah.
Just a little bit of goosebumps. On those kind of stories,
And I definitely need to get something graded now. Now that you mentioned that, I got to get it graded.
Yeah, it's that's another fun thing when you get your book back in a CGC slab, and it's really cool. And we were talking backstage before the show. That's how I keep my personal copies of everything in my book. So I have one of everything graded and sitting back here, so that way that will be my collection, because now we're on Immortal Era. I don't think, besides the last couple issues, everything is on second, third, first issues on its fifth printing. So to have your own collection, and that way you don't accidentally sell your final copy of a first print or something like that. That, okay, I'm not going to sell that graded one. I have one long box of graded books that is untouchable. They're just, if you want to look through and see everything, because a lot of the variant covers are long gone as well. So it's a good way to kind of keep your stuff and know that you'll keep it and not accidentally sell through it.
Yeah, like this was literally my last bundle. I was right before the show. I was looking for it. This is my last copy. Like these are mine. So I think I'm gonna grade it. Other than that, I also helped Jesse with Teen Strike. Well, we were out doing the hell out of it, selling it. This is issue 1 and 2, but that's also been really cool. We worked on that. He'll tell you more about it, but we worked on that since high school. And then my friend Joe Solis, he actually him and his wife put a book out called Malia Mayhem, and it's more of a kid's book. Nice. It's a lot of again, a lot of artists came out to help with this book as well. But really proud of this accomplishment as well, being a part of it. As far as I like to talk, I love to sell stuff. So at the cons, that's my thing. I love just going out there. And I enjoy that the most. Just talking to people, telling them about the book, and then just meeting people. It's a lot of fun. So I'll just be out there just hustling, and doing as much as I can with that. But I mean, as far as being proud of achievements, those are the big ones for me as far as comic books go.
Yeah, that's great. And I know I'm going to have his wife on my show in a couple weeks, and they're going to come on and promote. Because last time he was on the show, he's like, well, last time she was watching the kids. It's her time to come and talk while I watch the kids. So
yeah. I remember that show. It was good. She was in the chat chirping.
Yep. So she was in the chat, but now she gets to come on and he can be in the chat and make sure the kids don't tear the house down.
Yeah. Hopefully that works, because when we launch this current project we have, I'll mention later. It didn't work.
Sometimes that happens.
It does.
All right. So Jesse, what accomplishments are you proud of for your 2025?
Everything that guy just said. Oh, wait a minute.
2025 was a busy year. Some of the accomplishments, I could start off, we shipped Borderlands 4, which is a massive undertaking, 6 years in the making, $200 million, whatever, but Borderlands 4 is done and out. Then my personal project there at Gearbox, which is Risk of Rain 2, And so we got out the first DLC for that, Alloyed Collective, which is a lot of fun to work on. I was art director and artist and everything on that too as well. So my personal dinosaur team was helping with that. So that was a big accomplishment for them. A lot of those guys, it's their first ship title, and the design team that we had on there did a great job too with the design. So that's
Question.
doing really well.
Question for you in that era or area. When you're working on the art for a video game, are you also beta testing the game itself? Do you get to play it?
Yeah, it really depends. I mean, the best thing is to, you should always be playing your work the same way you should always
Yes.
be consuming whatever you make, if it's a comic book or whatever. But yeah, for this one specifically, I did not because I am so busy with everything because I'm art directing like 3 projects at Gearbox and doing all these other things and traveling and doing a lot of stuff. So plus all everything that I do with Dinosaur at home. But yeah, generally, yeah. So as far as my as far as achievements in the game industry, those are two massive ones.
Yeah.
Um, on the dinosaur side of things, had fun, was able to vend over at Tokyo Comic Con. I go to Tokyo quite a bit, so it was fun to finally be able to go out there and see what their comic conventions are like, and
Mhm.
it was pretty cool. I think there was only like one other person doing indie books though, but I sold a lot of prints and had people bring some of my old games that I worked on in the past. I brought them up for signatures, and I did commissions of some of my old characters and things like that. Characters that I wouldn't even think, like Aeon Flux, like but not only Aeon Flux, but Aeon Flux from the movie. Like who would actually come up and want a custom commission for me to do Charlize Theron, right?
Hmm.
So that's really interesting.
Yeah.
I have the actual comics.
Yeah.
Yeah, Flux comics. I think Timothy Green, somebody like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember who drew them, but we watched that. I mean, that was our thing. Liquid TV.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day,
Liquid
that
television was
our
awesome.
thing. And
Mhm.
Eon Flux was the reason we tuned into that show was
Yeah,
to
it
catch
was
the next short episode of Eon Flux, right? Good
yeah,
stuff.
Aeon Flux, I was always a big fan. The movie, maybe not so much, but
Yeah, the
Yeah.
movie
Yeah,
dropped the ball.
Yeah,
They
the
always
movie.
ruin it with the movies, man. Always. It's just the
but I
way.
was I was the lead character artist. I even came out on MTV and stuff like that at the time. That was my first television appearance, was
Nice.
That's
MTV.
awesome.
Cool.
So got to do that. Obviously, Roy and I we did a South Texas Comic Con, which is a really big one. We got over 200 signups for my upcoming Chancla book. So we hit it pretty hard at all the conventions here in Texas, and I think that was pretty good. Uh, as far as on the actual physical comics stuff, we put out Teen Strike 3 and 4, chapters 3 and 4. We put out Teen Strike chapters 5 and 6, which I need to get to mailing those out next week. Um, and of course, we did the Malia Mayhem 1. We did How to Hunt a Hero as well. Um,
Dude's over there dropping bombs, yo. Just say.
what else did I? What else? I'm trying to think of what else. There was a lot of stuff. There was a lot of stuff. And I'm just trying to pick the top things. But yeah, that's basically about it. Like there was a lot of
Yeah,
stuff that went on.
it's a big year, it sounds like. And I've always wondered, how does a Japanese Comic Con compare to the ones in the States?
The one that Tokyo Comic Con
Mm-hmm.
specifically, they do Tokyo Comic Con, they do Osaka Comic Con. I haven't been to Osaka Comic Con, but the Tokyo Comic Con is very comparable to one of our large shows. 100,000 people or whatever going through that
Mhm.
thing. It's you wouldn't even know the difference. It's literally like any of our large Comic Cons. Your massive, maybe not as crazy as a San Diego Comic Con, but some of the larger ones like that. I said they saw about 100,000 people. They had a ton of celebrities. They had, the artist alley was massive.
Mhm.
I didn't even get a chance to get up and look at the convention. It's at Makuhari Messe, which is a very big convention center I would say it's probably on the size wise, probably the scale of San Diego Comic Con, maybe just a little bit smaller in terms of just overall square footage.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot more room to walk. That's for sure. Like San Diego Comic Con, they really compress it into that
Yeah,
convention
they
center.
packed you into that place.
Yeah, we at the artist alleys, we had a full we had an 8-foot table. So
Mhm.
it's not like San Diego Comic Con where you got 4-foot table for
Yeah,
artist alley.
those are the most squished setup is the artist alley at San Diego Comic Con. I mean,
Yeah, and then
they're
they
4-foot
shove
tables,
it. They
and then they
shove it in the
shove you
corner.
next to Funko.
Yeah.
So everybody's racing to get their Funko Pops,
Mhm.
and then you got to get through Artist Alley, and you can't even walk the aisles. They have them so tightly compressed. I mean, the small press gives you the
A 6
the
foot.
the
It
6-foot
was 8 foot.
tables.
It's 6 foot, yeah.
I think it was.
I think it.
Yeah, I think it's 6 foot. I think you're
Yeah,
right.
I think it's 6 foot.
But they're 6 foot, but there's no gap, so they're very squished in, and they're right by the one of the entrances, so people are racing past the small press to get to Hasbro or whatever to buy an exclusive and flip on eBay.
Were you there?
So
Were you there this year? This
I
past year?
was, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I felt really bad for the artist alley, especially the ones that were against the wall.
Mhm.
Like I would see like some artists back there that were against because it was they were like intersecting the wall. So
Yeah.
if you had that table, you had the wall right next to you, and I wasn't gonna go back there because it was already like packed full of people. There's no outlet, so it's not like you're gonna go in and then come right back out. So I
Yeah.
just gave up on a lot of those artists, and that's real shitty.
Yeah, and I think a lot of
San
people
Diego
did. You
is-
weren't alone, because I talked to
Yeah.
I battled my way in to finally be able to talk to them, because I knew a few of the artists that were stuck in that spot, and they said, yeah, their returns weren't great because it was just so hard for people to get there. So hopefully
Yeah.
they fix that logistic nightmare they created next year, but I can't say I'm
That's
confident they
just
will.
it. San Diego Comic Con, I've never seen that they care about the people behind the table.
Yeah,
I've never
not
noticed that they care about the people behind the table at all. It's always geared toward trying to make them more money.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. They care about the people behind the giant tables that spend $40,000 like the
$40,000.
Funko zone. They wouldn't leave Funko in a smushed place that no one can get to. They wouldn't leave Hasbro or something like that. So,
but I'm
it's
talking
more of the
about
small guys.
people. I'm talking about the people behind the table, not the corporations behind the table.
Yeah,
They don't care about you guys, and that's the really sad part of it is you guys are what created Comic Con.
Yep.
yeah. If you went, because I've been going for a lot of years, and I've seen the kind of the evolution, and it is much bigger now. It's half the city. It's not just the convention hall. You walk out and there's pop-ups everywhere, and it's just it's a destination. Everybody wants to go. It's kind of your comic book Coachella. The hipsters want to be there, but they need to get it logistically worked out so the poor people squished on a wall can still sell their art, because in the end they're trying to get themselves noticed, and that is the best place. And the year of the actors strike was ridiculous. I mean, books were selling like mad, art was selling like mad, but the floor was so overstuffed because there were no panels to alleviate the thing. So it was just sardines every aisleway.
Now look, would it be smarter to go down to Mission Beach and set up a booth that weekend?
I don't know.
There was people selling out on the streets.
Yeah, there were artists selling. Yeah, like I said, just right on the streets as you were walking up near Petco Park and everything.
Do they charge you for that though to set up outside the venue?
Well,
I think they're like those hot dog vendors at the end of a concert. They just do it and hope for the best.
Well, now some people are smart and they go ahead and get a city permit to do stuff like
that.
Yeah.
It was interesting. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to be there, Edward, let's meet up this year
definitely.
as well.
I'll be there this year.
Yeah, chances are I'm going to be there, but we could talk about that for what we're looking forward to next year.
Yep, sounds good. All right, so Dash, what were your top achievements of 2025?
I feel kind of small compared to the first two in front of me. First and foremost, I finally got my first fiction novel out in 2025. There was one that I had worked on, not as long as Roro there, but for a while. And this started out as a short story in my English when I was taking college, and this started out as my short story. And Hell Comes to Texas, the Colt Windsor story.
Wait a minute. Put that back up so I can.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's awesome.
And if you're a supernatural fan or monster movies and things like that, I love the Old West. So I love Old West anything, and it just popped in and for my short story, and I just took off from there. And it was nice to finally have it out. I had fretted on it and fretted on it and fretted on it and finally did it. And so finally got that out. So that was one of my major accomplishments, obviously. And then I got my second novel out late in the year, but I'd been working on this. But this one, Hybrids, came about in the weirdest way. And Hybrids came about. I homeschool my girls, and we were doing a project called our art project, doing hybrid animals. Draw your favorite two animals together and tell me what you want out of them. And of course, as I started looking at their drawings, I'm like, man, this would make a great book. There's some, of course, I turned a lot of theirs scary and made them very monstrous like and things like that. But if you got the Gorigator there on the cover. He is, the Gorigator. Beautiful art. Carissa Grant, thank you for introducing me to the artist and the colorist for my cover of that book. But yeah, it's been out for about 2 months, I think, 2 or 3 months. And just came together nicely. So that's my biggest book accomplishments. Ed, you and I really killing it on First Impressions. I love where we're going with that show, and the interview yesterday was phenomenal. It was probably one of the best interviews that we've done so far.
I think so. Yeah, we have, and I reach out to bands all the time. I get ignored all the time, but I reached out to 2 and had 2 bands agree. So January and February we'll have interviews with different bands. So it'll be nice. And I generally pick bands I like, because if I don't like them, I'd have a hard time. I don't fake it well. I mean, if you watch the show, if I don't like something, I don't hide it.
We don't hide.
I don't play nice. Like, well, let me talk about the merit. I mean, and granted, if there is merit, I can talk about influence and history and research kind of stuff. But if I don't like it, I don't pretend. But these 2 are bands I like. And like Dash was saying, we did an interview yesterday because he couldn't join us for the live, but wanted to do it. And yeah, he talked almost an hour, and we didn't even cover all my questions because we just kind of moved and flowed, and it was great. And yeah, well, that'll be on in a couple weeks. So I'm looking forward to now that I'm going to hopefully start getting to more shows, pestering more bands and getting them to come on the show.
Yeah, very nice.
If I can,
awesome.
Check out they're I know they've been on Kickstarter. Check out Cybertronic Spree. Reach out to them. They're very humble. They're basically a cosplay, a Transformers cosplay that pretty much just like do cover songs and rock, and they do their own stuff too.
Okay.
Get them, Ed.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Reach out. They're from Canada as well. They've toured a couple times. They've come through Texas. All over the states and stuff like that. But I mean, I've talked to them. They're very personable, just hung out, and were great guys. I think they might be up for it. I wouldn't be surprised if they were like, yeah, let's do it. They're really cool.
Yeah, I will reach out to them. I mean, that pretty much I just send messages, at least 5 a week on Instagram and Facebook to different bands. And 90% of the time, you just never hear back from them. The messages sit there unread. But this time I sent 2 in a week, and both got back to me right away. So it's like, all right, cool. We're rolling. We're moving to 2026 with some good interviews going on.
Very cool.
I also know a band, one of the bands that actually put a live performance on our Roku channel, the Lunatics Fringe. And I know this guy responds because he actually came to town and played a round of golf with Dante.
Okay.
In character.
Oh,
Check this out. the Meg.TV, bro, because that's where it's at, yo. That's where it's at, yo. Mr. Fringe from the Lunatics Fringe. He was there, painted in green face and in character all day. We both played a whole round of golf with the cameraman, and thanks to the Pineview Golf Course for putting up with our shenanigans. Because, oh my God, we had such a good time that day. It was amazing. And then the next day we went to South Bend to Hall of Heroes Comic Con and ran around the floor together and did a bunch of interviews and stuff. And
nice.
I'm sure he'll come out on the show, and you guys just got to go watch their performance.
Okay.
You know?
I will check it out.
Yeah, it's on the Roku channel. You can watch a live performance, and it's, you know, the same music that's on the CD.
Okay.
And, you know, you can give your first impression of the Lunatics Fringe. I'm sure they'd be down.
Okay.
You know, but yeah,
I need to reach out to you about Hell Comes to Texas. That I saw. I was like, oh, that's good. I got to check that out.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
we're working on. Well, that'll come in the 2026, but it was. I tell you what, it was a labor of love that I'm finally glad that it got out. But yeah, I hope you do check it out. It is, it's fantastic. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm going to say that, but
that's all right. That's your job. If you don't love your own stuff, then there's a problem. And that's what I think the best people at the Comic Cons, because Rogo, you were talking about how you love to get up there and talk, and the ones that can really talk and just make people feel comfortable and conversational are making the best sales. And I flip on that used car salesman switch as soon as I'm at a convention. And it's, you know, you see the people, they're kind of slouched down. They're looking at their phone. They're completely disengaged, and you're going to walk right by, but I'm standing like, hey, how's it going? Come on over. Want to hear about my book? Here's a sticker. Let's talk it. And, you know, just those ones are the ones that are moving books and, you know, moving art, whatever it may be. So I like to hear that you're engaging at a con, because the worst thing, and I just looked at it as, if I'm on the other side of the table, which person am I going to go buy from? Am I going to buy from cell phone guy or cell phone girl? And they're just like, and they look like their life is miserable. I'm like, you're selling comic books. It can't be that bad. Like I got a day job that can get shitty at times, but right now you're selling comic books. You should be pumped. You're selling your art. This is a time to be excited. And if that doesn't excite you, then you've either made too much money at it, or you need to just go back to the day job. And you have to be
personable. If you're not open to discussion and you know, because I look at it, I've gone to book signings here in stores and things, and they're just like sign and then kind of just blow you off. But I've been to book signings where people sit there and literally, well, what did you think about the book? Tell me what you think. And that's what I want to hear. I don't want, you know, don't just, here's my book and be gone. I've got other things to do. Don't act like you don't want to be there. Please be personable, because I'm going to give you more word of mouth and talk about your stuff more than.
Like the way we set it up when we do cons is we'll actually pitch it to each other. So, you know, we'll even like kind of strategize. Like we'll see, okay, who's coming? Like we're looking at shirts, we're looking at hats, we're looking at just anything that, like, oh, hey, that we can relate to at least, you know, because we're among our people. Like we're one of you guys, and so pick up that conversation. And it's really easy because there's a lot of fun shirts, especially the shirts. I just like looking at all of them, or cosplays. Oh, hey, man, whatever, you know, and it's just it's a nice little way to get in. I mean, it works, and we find that it is more engaging and generally more successful. It's just, you know, we hype it up. Hey, you know, about this book, here's a free this, here, let me give you a bookmark, let me give you a sticker, and then boom, we just hit it and we pass it along. Like, here's Joe, have you heard of this one? Oh yeah, you have a kid, like, you know, we have a book here, it's all ages, you know, and I'll even start getting into it if you let me, but so it's just getting that word of mouth out, just getting that narrative going, and making the people feel comfortable, honestly, because a lot of people, I think, you know, they're a little kind of timid that I don't want to, I don't want to buy anything, or I'm still looking or whatever. So
No, they're not there because they don't want to buy something, bro.
Right.
The best thing somebody ever said to me. Hi, I'm Dante, by the way. The best thing anybody ever said to me while I was walking the aisle was, "Hey, man, what are you here for?" Because it made me answer what is the reason I'm Comic-Con? What am I looking for? Comics? Am I looking for art? The dude made me think, okay, why am I here? And it made me enter a conversation with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and some aren't there for comics. They are there for toys or something else. So there is now that's the people that you can, if you can lure them in. The person who wants Funko Pops or whatever toy it may be, they're there for Transformers. And if you can get them to buy a comic, that's the greatest victory. And I've had a couple say, "This is the first comic I've ever bought, but your pitch got me so intrigued. I really want this book." And that's another thing, Rogo, I'll tell you, having the graded copies on your table, because I grade everyone, that brings a different set of eyes to your table. I call them the prospectors. They're thinking, one day this book might be on Netflix, and if I own a copy of it, I'm going to retire early. And these prospectors, they'll start that. You can tell that that's all they're worried about is the financial part, because they'll say, "What's the print count on this book? Oh, how many printings have you done?" And they're probing, and has it won any awards? They want to know. And then they'll ask me, "Oh, you think there's any chance it'll be on Netflix?" Well, yeah, I have an agent, and right now he's shopping the book. All right, I want that. And I put absurd price. I had a 9.8 graded of the first print of Immortal Era 1. I put a $250 price tag on it because I figure, you know what? Go ahead and not buy it. I'll keep it, and I'm happy to keep it in my own private collection. And you value your book high enough, people will value it that high as well.
Right.
So, and I've sold multiple copies at $250 each, because I said, "Hey, we're on our 5th printing. I have one copy of my first printing left, and this is it. So you want it, get it. Otherwise, I'm happy to keep it." And those prospectors, they see the dollar signs in it, like, "Ooh, this $250, I could add a couple zeros when I see it hit Netflix." So putting those graded ones on your table, even if it's just a handful, it brings new eyes. It brings the collector eyes. They're not readers. They don't give a shit about reading your book. My biggest CGC guys have never opened my book, but they will buy everything CGC that comes out. So it's a good way to bring new eyes to your table. They don't want to hear your pitch. They're just looking through, like, okay, let me look at this. Oh, this one, it's an LA Comic Con exclusive cover. That's the one I want. They're not there for your pitch, but it's new eyes.
But
and
see, they already
the way
know
you get eyes is always
for.
good.
Right.
They already know what they came for. You're not selling them. I'm talking about the guy walking down the aisle that just kind of glances your way. That's the guy you got to get to turn and come to you. You
the
see
stutter step. You got to get them to fully stop.
So you got to ask them a question about their interest. Make them answer. Give them a reason to enter into a conversation with you. Yeah. Those are the people you're trying to sell, not the guy that walked right up to your table and went, "I need this one, and this one."
Yeah, he's easy.
Yeah.
And
so one of my proudest ones was, again, it's just literally talking to everybody, anybody and everybody that comes by. Biggest accomplishment I feel. I'm just like, wow, that actually worked. There was like a lady there, a model actually, we're friends on Instagram. She was there with her husband, who was a cosplayer. So she was there just, with him, like he was cosplaying. So she was helping him out. She has kids. And I was like, hey, I just said, "Hi, how are you?" Whatever. Got over to the table, and her kids could not care less. I mean, they were just bored out of their minds, just like, "We don't want to be here." But she actually listened to it. She was just sitting there, just listening to everything. By the end of it, she was interested. She ended up buying, I think, a copy of all our books, from How to Hunt a Hero, Strike to Amelia Mayhem. And now, anytime we put up something, she does support it. She likes our posts. Surprise, but it worked just by talking, just by having a friendly conversation. We have a support.
That's what worked for me for all these guys on, or like with Lori and Carissa and Ed. All of them were willing to talk to me after I did the purchase their stuff, and that's why, if you're willing to share time with me, I'm willing to give you all my time to promote you in any way possible.
And that's
And
that's what you see.
if I may, when it comes to the Madness 2025, Ed,
All right, let's hear it. Tell us
you
about
guys know you're a part of it. You know, I mean, I went out here. I had a vision. You know, we had a little network going on YouTube and Facebook and everything, but my vision was bigger than that. And you know, I wanted to take all this to Roku, and we did that, and that was cool. And but that was a planned thing. You know what I mean? That was something I was working on. I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna go with this, how I'm gonna get there, and we got there, and that's cool.
Right.
I feel good about that. More for you guys than me because it's built to promote what you guys do. You know, I mean, it's not a what's Pop's doing because only spontaneous things hit Pops. Okay, we lost Ozzy this year.
Yeah.
Okay, or last year, and it sucked. But I think my greatest accomplishment of 2025, my own greatest accomplishment, was to be able to get 30 plus artists together and put out an art book in tribute to Ozzy Osbourne.
Nice.
Hey, getting 30 artists to do anything
is miraculous.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel really good about that. And there's a lot of cool people here, a lot of great art. You know, Gilbert Perez from Path of the Pale Rider,
Right.
Jay Morris from Fake Horts, Lou Pons. You gotta love Lou. She kills it, right? There was some great art, and that was what made me feel the best when I got that first copy in my hand. That's the first thing I've published.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys look back, go all the way back to your first book. How you felt?
Oh yeah, it's nothing better than that first book in your hands.
You see what I'm saying? That was like, I feel like that was a even bigger accomplishment than where we're going with Roku, which is all looking good. We're doing good there. But that was something, like I said, that we had been putting together, building, trying to figure out how we were going to make it happen. And we got it together, right? But that was like a team thing that a lot of people worked on for a long time. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
See,
it's my dude right there. This is how it is, man. When you get that in your hand and you're not a publisher, you're not, you know what I mean? It's like, that's not what I do. You know, that was one of them things where life threw us a curveball. It took Ozzy from us. Okay. And I was like, well, what do you do? What do you do when life throws you a curveball? You know, lean into it, smack it out the park, you know? And so this idea, which that idea even was something I had thought of previously, you know, someday you're going to go and we should do something to tribute him, you know, like at the concert, the Birmingham concert that really hit home that Ozzy's not going to be with us a whole lot longer. You know, we didn't think he was going to go that fast after it.
Right after.
It was really right after.
Yeah, I mean, so I had been thinking we should do a really nice tribute to Ozzy when he goes, and then he was gone. Like, well, fuck,
right
either
away.
I do it, either I go with this idea and do it, or I let somebody else do it. And it was like, okay, our first Madness publication is the Ozzy Tribute Art Book, and I'm proud of that. I'm gonna say it straight up. You know, that's the thing I did in 2025 that really stands out to me. Not only that, but I got a piece of my grandson's art published in that book, which you know could help to launch his future in art. You know, I mean, so lots of feel good around that.
Yes,
nice. You know?
Well,
absolutely, Sarah.
With Teen Strike, you know,
absolutely, Sarah.
Of tributes, Jesse, I don't know if you want to talk about it, but the book actually, you know, part of the reason that they did it, actually, Jesse, if you want to talk about it, it was actually for a friend of
I actually know this story because Jesse's told us. I think, yeah, Jesse's
Yeah,
told.
I've
Oh,
said it enough.
I'm not saying don't say it again. I'm
Oh
saying
no. Yeah,
I know the story. Yeah, I'm saying I know. There's always a good look. Inspiration can come from many things. It can come from tragedy. It can come from, it can come from good things that happen. And there's all kinds of ways that people get inspired. Uh, my thing was, I mean, it was Ozzy. Come on, and there was years of that dude being in my life, in my ear, I mean, years and years and years of being part of Ozzy's fandom. So, that it was a no brainer for me.
And my thing was eye surgery. So, you never know where you'll
Yeah.
get weird inspiration.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, develop floaters, sit in hospital waiting rooms, write comic, so that's something I was happy I was able to get out in 2025 because that was one I did sit on for quite a while because it was just, I had to revisit those emotions to get that book out. And yeah, that's something I got out. There were 2 issues of Immortal Era, and pretty much even if you get 1 book out a year, every book is just, it's an uphill battle to get any book out from your mind onto the table. So It doesn't matter if you put out 1 or 10, you've got to be proud of everything that comes out because you get Carissa, who's practically moving at a Marvel pace.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
I always look at her and I'm like, damn, I could do better, but don't compare yourself to others. If you put out 1 book, that's 1 more than most of the population's going to put out. And you got to be proud of each and everything that manages to get out of your brain into the physical realm.
You guys also have to consider that some people come into this without needing to crowdfund the book. They're crowdfunding to recoup the investment they made in themselves.
Yeah.
Okay. If you already have the money on hand to print and roll, you know what I mean? That really can help you when you kick off a series. Carissa, she had a little financial behind her to make it happen, and then she rolled. She didn't quit. She didn't go, oh, this. Yeah, she didn't go, oh, this might not work. I might not get my money back. She rolled and rolled and rolled and rolled, and she said in 26, she hopes to come out in the black. It's like,
yeah, that'd be nice.
She's only been doing this for a couple of years, and she's what, 19 campaigns right now?
I don't know. She's running laps around me. She's putting circles around me, and I always look at her and I'm like, ooh, this is what I want to achieve, but I have to look at, I don't have infinite time. I have to do a day job, and I like to be able to go and coach my kids' sports and things like that. So you put out what you can, and just you got to be proud of whatever you get out. 1, 10, anywhere in between is a beautiful thing.
That's what I'm saying. If you got money, money to print, you're ahead of the game. But if you have to crowdfund for that financing,
right there,
there's a lot more selling involved. Now, this was one of the things that we made sure Carissa knew, is that even though you're financially okay to print these first couple books, you got to sell. You got to get out and sell. And she went on to like 140 shows for that first book. It was crazy. The girl was out there doing the thing. And if you look at her success now, that's why. Yep. In the beginning, when nobody knew who she was, she went on 140 different podcasts.
Yeah, she didn't play. So that's the way to do it. So now let's think about this. We've talked about our 2025. What's coming up in 2026? So Rogo, what are you hoping to accomplish in 2026?
Well, speaking of putting stuff out, so How to Hunt a Hero, like I said, it was a passion project. It was something worked on for 20 plus years. Once that was accomplished, I was like, you know what, I can do this. I can actually do this. It's really just putting the effort in and the passion into it. And so what I did is I was like, you know what is it that I love? What do I want to write about? Mm-hmm. And I'm not a writer by any means, but I'm definitely an idea person. I will literally text Joe or send him a little audio recording. Hey, got an idea. Boom, 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 boom. He's the writer. I'm like, here, write something about this. I just got this idea. I had a dream. You know, Jesse does this too. Like he'll share it with us, and they're always fun just reading this long, like crazy dream. But yeah, so I was like, what do I know? What do I love? I love horror stuff, which is why I'm really interested in the Hell Comes to Texas.
Yes.
I love that. I love cryptids. I love Halloween. I'm a big Halloween person. I love Creep Show and all that stuff. And so I was like, you know what? I want to do a horror book, kind of an anthology book.
Yeah.
And so I was like, let me just sit down and do something. Let me just do it. You know, I'm gonna to hell with everybody thinks about it. I'm like, I'm gonna do it because I love it. And if just one person likes it, I'm good. And I saw that with How to Hunt a Hero. I didn't think anybody would read it. And I was like, no one's gonna read this. It's out of date, you know, whatever. But there are people that like Bigfoot and, you know, monsters of, you know,
Absolutely.
and so, you know, it was that little niche and people liked it and they supported it. So I was like, okay, they gave me the confidence. It gave me the like, all right, you can do this. You can do this. Do it. And so what took 20 years took me 3 months to do my next book. I sat down, I did all the page. Well, I'm sorry, I did 12 pages. And then thanks to Jesse, who was out at San Diego Comic-Con, he found this amazing artist named Elijah Henry. He is an awesome horror graphic artist. Like his stuff is really good. I sent you the link for him if you want to share that. But he's worked for some studios. He's done some really good work. He's all over the place. Like you'll find him everywhere. But his horror stuff is fantastic. And so I reached out to him after Jesse introduced me, and I said, hey, you know, I've got this project I think you'd be perfect for. Would you be interested in doing a couple pages for me? And it was going to be a couple, just like, you know, because I have to pay for this out of pocket. And I'm like, you know, I work a day job. I work a lot of overtime, so that gives me a little leeway. I don't have kids. I'm, you know, this is my expense right here, all my toys. And would you be interested? And he was like, yeah, man, that'd be great. I pitched him the story. He liked it. And man, he just moved. He was fast. He did 12 pages like in, I think, probably about a week, maybe less, maybe 2.
Wow.
And only because I asked him, I was like, hey, I'm going to pay you, but I can only pay you like 2 pages at a time with a really good rate. But that way, I don't want to get you in a thing where like, hey, where's my money kind of thing. It's my first time doing it. And he was like, no, he was so passionate about the project. He loved the idea. And he just put it out. And I was like, holy crap, that was fast. And I was like, okay, so I just been catching up, paying him, paid that off, took care of all that. He's going to do a cover for me. Anyways, the book is called Hollow Queen. It's basically going to be a horror part, the first part of a horror anthology. This story just deals with a witch, if you will. She's kind of one of these, like a phoenix who rises from the ashes. She comes back whenever the world needs her. She's an anti-hero. And the first story I want to introduce, one of my favorite cryptids, one of my favorite books, lore, is the Headless Horseman. And or specifically the race of Doolahans. That's what the Headless Horsemen are, and they're all over from every culture. There's a Doolahan in every single culture. If you look back far enough, you will find a Headless Horseman somewhere in the cultures. And so I wanted to basically introduce the story with that. So her first this first story is going to be this character, Hollow Queen, coming to basically set the world back in balance, because this Headless Horseman, or at least a rogue group of them, have basically risen to try and overthrow the devil, Satan, and try and raise hell on earth. And in order to do that, they have to work together to capture certain characters in order to gain access to hell and then overthrow it, basically. And so here comes Hollow Queen. She's born again. She's risen again. And she is trying to work with some of these other legends of like Halloween. So like Samhain or Samhain is going to be in this, the original origin of a jack-o'-lantern. If you've ever looked into that, it's a pretty interesting story. And so she'll be working with, you know, kind of it's one of those like love-hate relationships with this guy. He's a big prankster, kind of a Loki type character. But basically he is the embodiment of Halloween. He is the jack-o'-lantern. And so she's going to be kind of helping with him in this story, kind of against the world, but she needs him in order to help her stop this coup, I guess, if you will. And so, yeah, it's the first story. You're going to get a little bit about who Jack is. Like that's what I had Eli do. He did the kind of the origin story of that, which is a really neat, interesting story. That is, if you've ever read it, it's basically how Jack tricked the devil actually a couple times, more than once, and how he became who he is. So you'll get a little bit of that in comic book form, and then you'll see the battle, basically the beginning of the battle, like how it's going to start. So yeah, I'm
Nice.
really excited about this story. I hope people are interested in it. Jesse's going to help me like kind of refine some of the artwork on that as well. He showed me a lot of really cool tools. Just recently, we were up to like 3 a.m. just looking at all this stuff, and I was like, "Oh my god, that is so useful!" I was like, "Okay, we're doing this." And so,
Very cool.
yeah, we're planning to launch hopefully in June around Summerween or halfway to Halloween. I'm
Okay.
Halloween fan, so looking at June for the release. But it's done. All the pages are done. Like I said, we're just polishing it up now. That Jesse showed me some of that stuff, I definitely want to apply a lot of it to it because I was like, "Oh, that's going to make it really good." And so, so yeah, that's the next book we have that I have that I'm looking forward to come
That's
out.
awesome. Yeah, I love horror stuff, so I will definitely be here for this one. And are you thinking, is it, because I know the images you sent me, some of the artwork is black and white. Are you going for a black and white book, or are you going to get a colorist for it as well?
Yes, for this one, I definitely wanted to do it black and white. I kind of wanted that like creep show kind of feel to it. And then after I saw what Elias did, it was, I was like, oh, this is perfect. So his pages, I don't know, the ones I sent, he did some black and white artwork, and I was like, yes. And then Jesse and I talked about it, and he was like, yeah, you should try it. Just do it black and white. And one, yes, it saves on cost, but two, I think it just really works with the type of story I'm telling. I think if it's successful, I'm going to say it is going to be successful. I'll go ahead and
when it's successful.
Yeah, when it's successful, I do want to do, when I have all 3 stories, because it's going to be a 3-part story, ultimately, like an anthology. It even has a Crypt Keeper character that introduces each story. Then I want to do a collected, volume and get it colored. But I just want to put it out there, see if there's in it, see if people like it, they catch on, and go from there. I'm excited. I have great stories. The other 2 are going to be kind of like like Die Hard, where is it a Christmas movie or is it a movie?
Yes.
Right.
Nice.
So these stories are actual other comic book ideas I have, but they're going to be in the setting of a horror. Like the situation they find themselves in is going to be a horror setting. So
okay.
Yeah, I'm excited. One's going to be like a mobster story that, these characters are like being hunted by death. That's one. And there's another one where it's a whole new story about basically some cosplayers that become real life, superheroes or supervillains. And it's going to take place at a horror convention, and again around Halloween. So I'm just doing stuff that I find interesting and fun, that gets me excited. I get like, oh my god, I get all jittery and stuff because I'm just like, I can't wait to tell the story. But yeah,
there's some of his artwork.
Yeah, he is amazing.
Oh,
sent something, I was just like, dude, what in the world, man? Like, wow. So
yeah, that is really cool stuff. I love that.
I'm more grateful to Jesse for finding him. He was just like, this guy would be perfect. Check him out. And I'm like, oh, cool.
Nice.
So, but yeah, that's my thing in a nutshell. Getting all excited about it. But yeah, I mean, I'm ready to go. I'm really, like I said, it took me 3 months, did it. I'm already working on the other stories. All the concepts are already done and everything. I'm just starting to do the pages and what I'm actually working on it right now. But yeah, that's the one I got coming out.
Yeah, nice. Sounds great. All right, so Jesse, what are you looking forward to in 2026?
Quite a lot actually. On my professional side, we'll be shipping our next DLC and be concluding the 5th DLC, but the 5th DLC is for 2027. But that's a big one. They'll be starting up a new project that will probably be a 2027 project, but I'll be leading up a team on that. So that's stuff that I'm really looking forward to on the professional side of things. On my studio, my personal studio, Dinosaur, one of our IPs got picked up by Microsoft yesterday, so we will be doing a game related to it. It's one of the other things that we're looking forward to on 2026. So we have that. On the comic book side of things, we'll be getting out the final chapters of Teen Strike 7 and 8 for the first story arc. that should be after Roy's Hollow Queen book in the summer. We'll probably be doing it in the fall,
Mhm.
and then I'll be doing my Chancla book. It should be completed and off to the presses. I'm hoping February. That's what I'm working on right now. Just trying to
Nice.
add the last bits of blood to everything. Um, that will be in March, and then we're thinking about doing well, I'm either going to do Teen Strike at the beginning of summer, or I'm going to do it at the end of summer, or Chancla is going to be at the beginning of summer and at the end of summer. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that yet. It really just
Mhm.
depends on how my first print run of the Chancla books go.
Mhm.
Which here I'll pop them up on the screen. Um,
One of the things I tell people at the conventions when Jesse's got La Chancla there, you mentioned like the people asking, is this going to be on Netflix? I believe this. I'm not even just selling, I'm not trying to blow smoke up anyone's ass or anything, but
Mhm.
I tell people, you know what? If, of all the properties, of all the stuff you see here, I have full confidence. I mean, in my gut, that La Chancla, I swear, is gonna be something you're gonna see on TV because
Mhm.
it's that good. It's such
Yeah.
a great idea. I could not be more excited and I mean, honestly, proud of what Jesse has accomplished with this book because I see it and man, I cannot stop talking about it to people. I'm like, check this out. Join the what do you call it, the Substack or whatever.
Right.
yeah,
Stay up to date with this because this has the potential to be something really, really big. It's such a
Nice.
good. Yeah. So I'll stop my
yeah,
plug.
but the
That's a good
yeah
plug.
we in 2026 we're also supposed to be shooting a live action pitch trailer for it in Mexico for Netflix and all that stuff as well. I'm
Okay.
sharing the screen. I don't know if it might be too bloody. I don't know,
Oh
but
no, share some blood. We're all good with that.
it's sharing. I don't know. Is it sharing? I have no
There we
idea.
go. I got it right here.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, what happened? There we go.
But it's yeah, it's basically a group of elite. Oh man, I'm not in pitch mode right now. But either way,
Huh.
they're a strike team. They get in, they get out. They're their whole mission objective is to go in, and they've been trying to help all the poor people and stuff in Mexico, and trying to fight government corruption as well as cartels and stuff. And you follow Chancla, who's been a freedom fighter her whole life. She's just getting older, and she just wants to start a team to continue her legacy. And so she recruits Guacho, who's an ex-military sniper,
Mhm.
and he
Nice.
has the experience to build a team. And so he recruits Paloma, who's a ex-military pilot, and she's extraction in and out. And then they find Elote when he's young and on the streets as an orphan, and he's
Mhm.
their hacker. And then they rescue Fresa when she was younger, and she's light arms and explosives. And then 2 months before this issue zero, they rescue Vela, who they don't really know much about, but they found her on a ritualistic altar in a ziggurat in Mexico. They were liberating for the people from the
Nice.
cartels. And when she gets angry, she turns into a fire demon. She turns into this fire demon. So that's
Very
kind of
cool.
like they're trying to figure her out. And
Mhm.
so this whole book is hardcore Mexican grindhouse with a supernatural superhero twist to it. It takes place in the same universe as Teen Strike, but 10 years later.
Okay.
And so as you see, like I'm going for this style of wet newspaper is what I like to call it. And then
Mhm.
of course, I'm just splattering blood all over it during the action scenes and all this and that. But it's got humor, but it is going to be a story about found family,
Mhm.
and trying to, at the end of the book, at the end of issue zero, when you set up the whole world and everything, they're going to be trying to figure out who Vela is. That's
Mhm.
Yeah.
there's this whole story that happens with her. But as you see, I'm still working on it with my artists. But anyways, they infiltrate. There's this ghost engine that's there, and they fire ghosts, and then they got to figure out how to fight ghosts. So they start fighting ghosts and figuring all that stuff out.
That's beautiful.
Then there's
Yeah.
like a devil priest that comes out, and he summons a big military experiment robot that relates to some of the stuff that's going to happen in Teen Strike later.
Mhm.
And then so they are are left. She gets to finally use her gun chucks. That's her big thing. So
Yes.
Yeah.
she starts dancing and starts fighting this robot, and all this stuff
Please,
happens.
please make action figures. I am so ready for those.
Yeah.
We're sculpting
Nice.
statues right now.
Oh, that's
Uh,
Oh,
amazing.
that's fantastic.
yeah, I have a whole team, and there's nudity down here, but there's a whole team. I have a team, man. Like
Yeah.
I have a massive team, and so right now we're sculpting some statues for this
Very good.
because again, I'm lucky and fortunate that I don't have to worry about budget right now, and
Mhm.
so I'm just going balls to the wall because this could all be gone tomorrow.
Right?
Yeah.
So why not? And
Go for it.
so this
Remember,
is a
Ed?
big.
Remember what I
this-
said, Ed? Remember? Don't sleep. Don't go to sleep and blow something off tomorrow night because it could be the biggest thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so
this-
I'm
This looks great.
So I'm going balls to the wall with this right now while my other artists are working on Team Strike 7 and 8.
Okay.
And I have to start coloring that. But after I'm done with this book, we're planning on
Oh.
putting out a short run of this, which is
Mhm.
what you were talking about, slabbing some comics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We were, I'm considering doing that with some of these
Those are
because
gorgeous.
I'm pretty damn sure that there's gonna be people out there that are really gonna. I already know there's people that want this.
Yeah, oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
But,
Me included.
Yeah, they're excited. They're excited.
And so I'm gonna do a real short run. I've been printing like crazy. I got a new printer, and I've been playing around with some of my prints. So like this is a metallic paper print. So I've been trying to. I don't know where
Hold
my
on, let me-
webcam is, but you can see like
Oh, yes.
the paper on that.
Oh, that looks great.
Yeah, so this is one that I drew, but it's the metallic paper. So I've been playing around with metallic papers and stuff like that, trying to. Some of them are successful, some are not. Like this one, I don't think is very successful, but it's too dark, so I gotta get a lighter gold, metallic gold for these type of prints. Um, then I have some. I've been printing on mirror paper as well, just to see what it looks like.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I think it's too
Sold.
fancy. I think it's too
Ooh.
fancy. So what I
Other stuff.
what I found was I actually found some chipboard, some construct like what grocery bags are made out of,
Hmm.
thick ones. That works really well. I'll jump over while I keep talking.
Okay.
Made a skate deck too. I think skate decks are going to be kind of fun.
Oh,
So
yeah. Yeah.
There's a Teen Strike skate deck. So
Oh, yeah.
they were having a half off sale. So I was like, yeah, I'll pick one up and
Mhm.
experiment with that. But here, let me grab my other experiments here.
yeah. How you guys are talking about how like was it Laura?
Carissa.
But yeah, how she is like stuff out. Working with Jesse, I'm just like, do you sleep? Because he is
Right?
going. He's on his third book on that. He's got those projects. He's got this. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, you
Wow.
can see this is my test on chipboard here. This stuff looks fantastic.
Yeah, I like
love this
that.
stuff. I just love the quality that this paper texture
that
brings
looks
to
good.
this. So I'm
Mhm.
probably going to be doing official prints on this. And then I found some other paper. It is also a pearlescent kind of paper.
Hmm.
So this is another one that I'm probably gonna be printing on. So I've been having a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
I like the
so-
mirror. I like the mirror paper for that would make a badass cover, bro.
It would.
Well, the mirrored stuff, I'm trying to find the brush metal ones, and that's hard. I want brush metal for that because it's la chancla. It's dirty. It's grungy. And so if I find gunmetal or brushed metal, that's what I want them on.
Yeah.
So I'm planning on doing a small limited run. Roughly, my mind says 200, simply because that's about roughly how many people have signed up for this book
Okay.
so far, just here in Texas. Um, roughly 200 books. What I'm planning on doing is it's going to be a limited run. So there's going to be a cover that I'm never going to reprint for these.
Mhm.
Basically, your first print, right?
Yeah.
This is one and done. Whatever that number is, it's done.
Mhm.
I'll probably draw it just to make it extra special, but they're all going to be individually numbered, and then I'm going to take fake blood and I'm going to splatter across the covers. I'm
Cool.
going to smear my handprints, whatever
Well,
it
I
takes.
bet.
Mhm.
I'm gonna soak them, whatever it is. I mean, the point of this is that it's a special event. It's not necessarily meant to be read. It's gonna be just like, this is something, it's coming. It might, hopefully end up on Netflix or Hulu or whatever. This is your chance to have something that's just fun, because we are gonna do the Kickstarter for it
Right.
later in the year, but it's gonna be like, this is just like a special piece of art. And so I'm planning on doing all of that, and then I am planning on having the metallic covers as well. We're probably going to cut them. We're probably just going to do sleeves or whatever it's called, because
Mhm.
I can't find a printer that can do the colors that I want. So I'm probably just going to print them myself, cut them, and just put them in front of the book, and then splatter those with blood and all this stuff, and
Nice.
print very few of those.
Mhm.
But that's going to be that one. I'm also looking to see what it would take to print with my own blood, to
Yeah,
make like
it's gonna be real cool.
a very special run of them. Probably not this year, but I have a friend that has a dye sub printer and everything. So um, there's supposed to be some formulas of things that you add to your blood in order to make it adhere to the ink and stuff.
Okay.
So that's going to be my research project, and I'm probably only going to do like 5 of those books,
Yeah.
and really make that special.
Yeah,
Um,
Marvel and Kiss did that. That's
Don't
good
bleed.
stuff.
Yeah.
Don't
And
bleed yourself.
Flaming Lips did it in one
Yes,
of their vinyls as well.
Yeah.
They put blood into the vinyl, so it can
Yeah.
be done.
It is, yeah. I've seen a lot of comic book people do that, so that to me is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And it fits the subject of this book. And this is just Chancla that I'm talking about. Like, I
Yeah.
haven't even gotten to the other stuff that I'm working on. I did a test print of a kid's activity books, a little 6x6, like kind of 36-page coloring book, activity book.
Mhm.
So we're going to be doing one called Dinosaur Planet that I want to get done by April. I have an artist starting on that here pretty soon. Because it's good to have a $5 book on the table. It's stuff for the
Mhm.
kids, and
Yep.
since
Gotta
I'm not
have it.
really doing anything all ages, I feel I'm missing out on that market to give
Yeah.
kids the kind of memories that I had growing up.
Mhm.
Uh, I'm giving teens and adults good memories, but I
Yeah.
would like to have a kid that's like, oh, you remember those coloring books, right? Like,
Right.
Mhm.
I have a bunch of coloring books from our childhood, that I'm using as reference, like these dinosaur ones that my friend Travis has, so I'm using these as like kind of like inspiration for what we had as kids.
Mhm.
So I want to get something out for the kids. And then I'm working
Stone
on
Age
a
highlights, basically.
yeah, yeah, actually, and then I'm working on a sexy Wizard of Oz book as well that will be out for next year. So we're starting that engine up, that machine up, and then of course with we should have Ninja Man, which is the pixel game that we're working on right now, that are one of our IPs. They got picked up by Microsoft. We're also doing a manga for that, and we had
Nice.
we had the preview almost ready for Tokyo Comic Con, but we kind of fell through with the printing. So I'm hoping that by April we'll also have the preview for that ready to go. Working with Rogo to do Hollow Queen, we got a lot of work to do on these covers and get the presentations and the campaign out. And then we have I know I have something else. I'm forgetting something.
One of the best pitches I heard, because I wasn't aware you're doing the blood one, which is pretty cool. One of the best pitches I heard from this kid, as a salesperson myself, was the kid had these little crafts at a Christmas bazaar or something, and he's like, "Yeah, we had these things or whatever. We put our blood, sweat, and other bodily fluids into it." And I'm just, oh God! And the parents were like, "Don't say that." They're like freaking.
Right.
But you know what? I bought it, so it made me laugh. I was like, "That's funny, kid. I'll take
Yeah.
one."
That
Oh,
works. You did your job.
yeah, so I was like, you got me. So, but yeah, the
Nice.
parents freaked out. We started laughing. And hey, they made a sale. It was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Jesse,
It worked.
also, I did want to say we do have a couple of shows that are like exclusive to Roku, and one of them is a gaming show where Raul runs through video games. Jesse, when you get yours ready, if you'd like, we can have Raul run through it, and it'd be right there on the Roku channel for the whole world to see.
Yeah,
Somebody
just
told me.
just reach out because I'm absolutely too busy to do a lot of reaching out, unfortunately, especially nowadays.
It sounds like
Um,
you just
Let
summed
us
up
know
a
when
large
it's ready.
2026.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
and
let
then
us know when it's ready. That's all. And I'll do
yeah,
the
we
rest.
should be hopefully if everything goes well, it should be shipping quarter 4 of this year.
Nice.
And then so we'll have I'm working on the statues as well, the chancla statues. I'm about ready to get them started. The concept artists and everyone started on that. And then I have my Teen Strike stuff, which we already have the 3D models for. They've been doing some preliminary posing and stuff, but I need to go in their art director mode and start getting all that fleshed out. So
And
Dinosaur Planet, Chocolate.
we do have
Okay, yeah.
we do have a growing gaming circle in the madness as well.
Mhm.
Dash.
And
Yeah. So
then shows as well. Got a lot of shows. We'll probably be doing Tokyo Comic Con again. Um, I will have we'll be doing DreamCon again. That's what we'll be showing Ninja Man there. We'll be doing Comic Palooza in Houston, which is a big one. South Texas Comic Con, which is a big one. For us specifically, since most of our comics are focused on Latinos in South Texas. It's not official just yet, but I should be also speaking at San Diego Comic Con. So that's really going to determine. Oh, well, I'm most likely going to go, but of course, if I'm speaking there, that's actually going to be, I'll
a working
absolutely be
weekend.
there for sure. But yeah, I should have a panel with a couple other people that will be speaking at. Um,
Nice.
yeah, it's always a busy time with me. It's never a boring time.
Never a downtime. It doesn't
Sounds
sound
like
like.
squeeze in
Plus
sleep when you
prints.
get a chance.
I'm always doing prints. I just finished my latest one. I don't know if she's here, but I just finished my Harley print. When I was at Tokyo Comic Con, my prints did really well, and so
Mhm.
you know, I'm not there to sell. I don't honestly don't care if I sell or not. I like the personal experiences, but I was like, yeah, I'll try some stuff. I don't really do fan art, but if it's my own designs, then I'm happy doing that. But I'm doing this set of hoodie
Oh, very
designs
cool.
where I'm drawing them. I'm doing the outfit design, the fashion
Mhm.
design, that kind of stuff. And so I'm going to be doing some DC girls and some of the guys, the Bat family. Basically, I'm going to be have a whole line of them. See what happens. If not, I'm having fun.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you
I'm
do a
having fun.
Superman, let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the super family's in there too, but I'm probably going to
Okay.
start with the kids first and
Yeah.
work my way up. I mean, the problem I have with the super family is that they already have some awesome jackets from this latest run. They kind of
Mhm.
gave them all like these Superman hoodies and jackets and
Right.
stuff, and I was just kind of like, well, oh well.
They beat you to it on that one.
Yeah, yeah. There's some good ones too. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to doing some of the Bat family, but the Gotham girls for sure. Those are always
Nice.
good sellers. So yeah,
Can't go wrong with those.
that's my 2026 coming up. It's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff.
Wow. So sounds amazing. So Dash,
I
now
am.
I put you after him, and I got to go last. So that's all
you
right.
Wow.
What's
I
coming on?
can't.
What's coming in 2026 for you,
I
Dash?
can't follow that. I can't follow that. Rogo or Jesse, I can't follow. First of all, Rogo sold and Jesse sold on Halloween.
Thanks. Appreciate
I'm
it.
there. But for me, 2026, continuing Colt Windsor and Hell Comes to Texas. We're almost finished with book 2, just doing some last minute editing on it. I think this one delves a little bit more deeper into some of the fairy tales, and like I said, it's inspired by supernatural for the most part. So I don't want to give too much away. Let's just say there's some creepy fairy tale stuff where the witch is involved, and Satan is going to be a lot more involved in this book than he was in the first one. He's getting a little mad that the perfect soul in Colt is not his yet. So we're getting into there, working on that one. Like I said, last minute editing. So Rogo, I will talk to you later after this. So if I can get
Hell
your
yeah.
contact information, we'll go from there. And then I also, again, as I said, I love Westerns. And so I'm working on kind of it's weird. I don't know how to explain it, but this is the ballad. It's called The Ballad of Jesse Crow. And so the start of the book, I'll give a little bit of away. The start of the book is a ballad. You actually have to read the ballad because there's going to be clues and hints. And there's a giant storm in the middle of the night, and all these patrons are in the in this bar, and they're talking about Jesse Crow. Your job is to find out who's telling the truth and who's lying about Jesse Crow. So this is one where you really have to pay attention to all the subtle details, all the clues, so I'm excited. That one's going to be my late in the year book, so that one should be out about November. But I've been working on both of them since July of last year, I think, and putting both of them together. And then if I'm lucky, we'll get Creators Corner, Dash of Reading Creators Corner going with Chris Brown and I from the Madness. We're working on that, staying with you, Ed, on and getting some even more cool bands to come on our show and things like that. But Creators Corner is really I want to be able to, where my normal Dash of Reading is we're just talking books that we read for the month, where Creators Corner is we're delving into what goes into creating those books or games or whatever it is you're creating. And we got a great show tomorrow with Nem on. We'll be talking about his upcoming. He's got two things he's working on, actually, Space Monkeys, and he's got a really great novel that he's worked on, a mystery novel, crime novel. So we'll be talking about that tomorrow. But 2026 is just working on those two novels and actually putting them out. And while still working on, I've got a Reacher. If you know you like Jack Reacher, I got a Reacher style book coming out with a Oklahoma Sooner loving bounty hunter. So there'll be a lot of stuff in there about that. So the wife and I have really put that one together. I mean, the outline's looking good. We've got the worst thing. One of my biggest fears is always putting the character Bible together or the character things together, because I always feel like I'm going to mess that up. But she's helped me out a lot. So there's going to be some mid-90s wrestling character names that you might pick up on in the book, which I like to have things that inspired me or things that I love from the 80s and 90s to throw into my book. So and then
I'm down for that Reacher book, man. That Reacher book sounds awesome.
It's I'm trying to do it, and you guys can tell me I'm crazy if basically the entire premise of this is going to have a GoPro on his head. So he's filming and breaking the fourth wall. So I'm going to try breaking the fourth wall a lot in this book. I don't know if it works that way or not. And then the other one I have that I'm working on, there's another project that started in my college classes. It's called Saturday Morning, and you're going to get the very first adventures of Jordan, who loves everything from the 80s and 70s and 80s. So Saturday Mornings is basically a parody of all the Saturday morning cartoons that he loves, and he's going to be so you're going to get adventures of the cartoons. Each one is a short story of the adventures of the cartoons that he's watching. Awesome. And you'll have commercial breaks in there, so he'll be actually listening to or you'll be reading what's going on in the commercial as well. And that's another one that my wife Lorena and I she helped me with it when I was doing my project in school. She's like, well, you love cartoons, do something with that. And then we both kind of fleshed that one out. So Jordan will be basically me as a child, though. So I'm going to put a lot of, I know they say never, put too much of yourself in your book, but yeah, Jordan is going to be a lot of me. So that's the two that I'll be working on to hopefully get for 2027. So cool. Lots going on. And then again, just sharing my time with you, Ed. I love it.
All right. And then for Jesse, the Chancla, it's in the comments, so you can go there, and I pull it up real quick. So this is the website. You can sign up, because it sounds like when this thing's on Netflix, don't live in regret. Sign up and get the rare one. And that's how I sell all the prospectors. I'm like, do you want to live in regret one day? Are you going to think, man, I was holding a Ninja Turtles #1 in my hand and I just walked away? And 9 times out of 10, they're like, you're right, I'm going to buy it. So yeah, don't live in regret, because Jesse's that you can sign up and you might even get his own blood. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, for just to set expectations on that page, there's a Substack. You just put your email in there. Sometimes when you hit enter, like it says it's broken, but it works.
I just did it.
So that's our general Substack. That's for Rogo, Joe, and I. Like we do all that stuff. But that's where I'm going to let people know about the 200 book run. That's the only way you're going to be able to get it, is through Substack, or eventually through the online store or Facebook, wherever we are on online. But I'm going to let people know, so people can say, hey, I want number 150, and I'll save that and send that. Or if you're at a show and you see me, you can pick whatever blood splats
I
you
want
want.
number 13. Right now, I'm telling you, I want number 13.
So Pops is calling dibs on 13.
Get some blood on there. Just stick them.
Yeah, 13. There's going to be a battle for 13.
Yeah.
There always is.
I just won it because I was first. That's all it is.
So Pops is called the dibs. Get on
All I
that
got to do
Substack.
is to do is throw the money, right? As long as I throw the money, that one's mine. As I do it.
And get in that sign up.
But so sorry to interrupt there, but I couldn't cut and paste into the chat or anything.
No, that's fine. That is done. So people know where to go. Sign up for the Substack. You can get one of the 200 before you live in regret. Have one of those 200, and then
first print run.
Yeah, you want first prints, because that's I know Pop still wants a first print of Immortal Era, and I'm on the hunt, but so far I haven't been able to find any. We already raided my wife's stash, and those are gone and graded. So yeah, little by little. So now I gotta find them at a comic shop or something. But you're one of like 10 people who have it on the list of I want a first print. So yeah, get in on the ground force when Jesse has a first print available. So you're not trying to hunt one down on eBay or at a
10
comic
years
shop.
later.
So get it now while you can. All you got to do is sign up. He'll let you know when it's there. You can have fake blood. You might end up with real blood, but you won't live in regret. And that's the most important thing. So, Pops, what's coming up for you in 2026?
Man, getting people seen. That's my job, right? To get people seen. So the more people are doing, the more they're putting it in front of me, so I can share, so I can get them on shows, so I can help them get seen. You got to put it where I can see it, people. I'm really busy now. I don't have time to doom scroll through everything and search for stuff. If you got something going on, drop it in the Madness Facebook group, drop it on my X, drop it where I can see it, so I can tell other people about it. And that's basically what we do for 26. We keep expanding the network. We keep helping people get seen.
Yeah.
There are some new shows, exclusive shows, that will only be on Roku, that maybe might be on Pilled and Roku. If you're not part of the Pilled network, man, go over there and just sign up, because you never know. Some of our stuff is going to be exclusive over there, and you're not going to want to miss it. You know,
that was the only way you could have watched our Christmas Vacation 2 stream.
The silliness.
Yeah.
You wanted to watch that pile of crap? That was your one destination.
You see, that's what I mean. We do stuff that we can only do there. The stuff that YouTube won't let us do, play movies, play music, we do it on our Pilled outlet, guys. Sign up. You're missing the good stuff if you're not watching on Pilled, because there's stuff over there you're not going to see on YouTube. You're not going to see on
over
Facebook,
that movie.
you know?
Oh, man.
Platform-specific programming. Each platform has different stuff that people like. We are going to attack the platform with the stuff that those people like. So there's stuff that's going to be here. There's stuff that's going to be there. There's stuff that's going to be everywhere. It's just, you know, I make those calls because I watch those audiences. I'm paying attention to what's happening in our analytics, where people are watching, what they're watching, and certain stuff just does better on certain platforms.
Yeah.
Like this show is pretty much going everywhere. We're on Rumble, we're on Pilled, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Nem's X. Thank you, Nem, for letting us broadcast stuff on your X channel. We appreciate you. And Twitch even. I mean, we are all over the place right now. And tomorrow this will be up on Roku as well. You see what I'm saying? Some shows are everywhere.
Yeah.
Some shows are very specific. So, check out the meg.tv, check our schedule. You'll see what's going on where, and you won't miss the stuff you really want to see.
Yes.
2026, it's for everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, I got that Christmas Vacation 2 video.
Oh man, it's still on Pilled. We were watching it when I was with my family in Tennessee because they're like, "How bad can it be?" I'm like, "Well, let's just put it on."
Oh my god!
As it is. I bought it on one platform and it wouldn't let me mirror it, so I had to buy that fucking movie twice. I mean, the fact that anyone owns that movie twice is an insult to everything. But
no, man,
I own it 2 times.
You put them over the $100,000
mark. My tax lady, but damn, it's a painful watch. But go on Pilled so you can watch us make fun of it and join. But most of the time we're left speechless because it's so bad. But that's going to be our new thing. Every Christmas we're going to pick a terrible Christmas movie.
You should pick one for each holiday, Ed.
Yeah, we can look for other holidays. There's plenty
every
of
holiday. Pick a really bad movie for that holiday, and we'll do a watch along.
We'll do a watch along.
Ed's holiday trash can. We'll call it.
Yeah, that works. I like it, and that would be fun because we only had a few of us watching it this time, and I think it's because we did it so close to Christmas. It's people's schedules, but now we can schedule it in advance and just try to get a full room of people talking trash because. Honestly, it wouldn't matter if we could hear the movie or not. Not hearing the movie is a joy. Anything involving that movie is pain, as Dash learned.
Yes,
it was really.
Oh man, I'm telling you though, one of the ones we have to watch is that the one where they like the romance in Kansas City. It's like a holiday movie where it's the Taylor Swift.
The Chiefs thing.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Yes, we have to watch. We have to watch that one.
Yes,
that is a must because that is a bad movie.
So there we go. We will get on that one, and we'll start looking at a holiday movie. So we'll look for the worst Valentine's movie as our next pick. So I guess I'll do a brief thing. What's coming up in 2026 for me? I have the new issue of Immortal Era will finish out this particular plot line. Or not plotline, but story arc, and we'll be doing soft and hard covers of that one. We have my new book, The Karen Hunters. That one, the art is done. It's about to get colored after Immortal Era. So my colorist, I don't give her a break. It's just one after the next. So that one will be coming out. That's a 4-part series. And then I'm working with, there is a publisher interested in Dracula versus Sherlock Holmes. I can't give a lot of details, but it has a publisher that's involved with it, and that's a 4-part series that's going to lead to a bigger story that's going to be Sherlock Holmes, paranormal detective, and he's going to go out and look into the paranormal world when he realizes that it really exists. But it's all going to start with Sherlock Holmes fighting Dracula, and then it will bring in a lot more wild stuff. I'm writing a section where he's going to go into cosmic horror and the Cthulhu world. He's going to go after werewolves. So I have this large structure of little 4-story arcs where Sherlock Holmes will have to look into all kinds of things that he never would in his real world because that stuff wouldn't exist. He'd debunk it and find it fake. And there's a publisher interested in it. And like I said, I can't give a lot of details, but my agent, who I rarely hear from, sent me something saying, "Hey, we want your Sherlock Holmes book." So yeah, it's coming. And Karen Hunter's on the way. That one should be a lot of fun. It's completely bonkers, but hopefully in a good way. But you find out that Karens aren't actually just bitches who yell about things. They are demons from hell that are spawned from saliva. If their saliva touches your skin, your heart shrivels into a little egg where a Karen demon hatches out, and they are trying to take over the world. And there's a small group of hunters who they're immune to the saliva, so they're spending their lives now trying to destroy the Karens and send them back to hell where they came from.
You're not going to break my heart with the mortal error, are you? Lori got real close with.
Those Karen Hunter dudes are crazy, man.
Yeah, all spawned from Lori's show, her Killer Karen show, because she said, "Oh, just have fun, make up some stuff." And I came in with a full mythology, and I finished that episode. And I said, "You know what?" I texted Lori. I said, "I think there's actually a book in here because there's two." I wrote an entire full mythology of who Karens are, how they spread their Karen disease around, and I was like, "Damn,
it was hilarious."
I have to make this into something. And when the book comes out, I'll make my next appearance on the Killer Karen show, and she's got to have a copy of the book that she can rip up. And you always get that one that's banged up from the printer. That one I'll sacrifice to Lori so she can trash it, and we can do battle once again. But yeah, it's that one. I still can't believe it's actually going to be a book because the art's done. So I'm all in. But yeah,
I believe it's
bonkers.
See, so many things have come out of this one RPG and the two characters that Lori and I created. So many things have come out of it. A show, 2 or 3 different books that they're part of. They get mentioned in the Slaughterville novels all the time. It's you know what I mean. It's like they took on lives of their own.
Yeah.
And Ed just added to it and more side lore for Karen and Dante and the whole thing. It's crazy. It just keeps growing. It's gonna be
this lore. I mean, when my poor character gets dunked into a vat of saliva and bile, I wrote that scene. I'm like, that's the grossest thing, but it looks as gross as I could possibly want.
But see, that's great though, because Chris from Slaughterville, if you've read any of his novels, he does not hold back.
Yeah.
Okay. Cannibal Rednecks, he actually describes somebody being
that was pretty raunchy.
Put on the spit to be roasted.
Wow.
Okay, and like describes the okay. So you fit right in, Ed, and your side story, your Karen stuff is just gonna add right to the Karen lore. Oh, it's crazy. It's funny. It's great.
Should be
fun.
Then
you get to bring a Karen Hunter to the Slaughterville game.
Yes, there you go.
Go after her.
Karen Hunter.
You see what I'm saying? Dash knows
they have some powers, and they'll get elaborated on. Issue 1 doesn't give us the full powers they get when the saliva touches them, and it doesn't turn them into a Karen, or the men who get the saliva become jerky gym bros.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
So when they don't get affected one way or the other, wild things happen. But yeah, it's something that spawned. I mean, like the last thing I need is another damn book to be working on. But in the end, creativity is going to take you where it does, and that's a beautiful thing. And
you kind of reminded me of something that we're doing coming up in 2016. Real quick, we have been asked to produce a pilot to pitch to the networks, to the actual networks, like A&E.
Wow.
Cool. It's going to be crazy. I don't want to go into detail yet. Nem knows what's up. He's one of the guys that I picked for the team. If you have production experience with a ongoing show or with like a real TV show, because like I said, we want to put together a pilot that we can pitch at the NAB in April. So hit me up, man, if you want to be part of something that's never been done before.
Cool. All right. So now we spend a lot of time. We have a lot of great stuff 2025 was an amazing year as creatives, and 2026 sounds like it's going to be even better. But what about pop culture? What are you looking forward to in 2026 from your pop culture, whatever that may be? So, Jesse, what's something you're looking forward to in 2026 from pop culture?
Oh, oh, there was something. The new Silent Hill movie.
Mm,
It's by the same director as the 2020 or the 20 or 2006 one. So
hmm.
that one I'm actually pretty excited for.
Yeah.
If I just had to pick one thing, I think that's the newest one that has got me. So
Yeah, I agree that the trailers look great. It looks like it really captures the tone and the feel of that game, which is an absolute masterpiece of a horror game. I mean, that's one of the top tier ones. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So what about you, Rogo? What are you looking forward to in 2026 from pop culture?
I'm a big cinephile. I mean, I guess the cheat would just be to say, Avengers Doomsday, because like literally everybody and their mom is going to be in that movie. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm expecting one of your Karens to be in that movie or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they're gonna bring them in.
Yeah. Honestly though, Dash, right?
Yes, Dash.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm looking forward to the stuff you're doing, man. That
Thank
sounds
you.
like so much fun. I can't wait to see or read this stuff. Yeah, definitely get in touch with me, because now I'm like, okay, you hooked me, you got me. And then the Sherlock Dracula, I'm not sure when that's coming out. Like you just said, that's perfect. I want to see this. So
Yeah, that's it's one of those things where it's kind of out of my hands now, but that's a beautiful thing it's
yeah,
a great problem to have, when someone read the script and said we want this, and that was just from the script. My original artist had to step away. So it's great. I'm excited, but when is the question, but I know definitely sometime in 2026.
well, I'll be like, who is it? Aragorn or one of them. Like, if you guys need an artist for anything, man, I'm up for it. I'll do it for
Sweet.
free. Reach out to me. Let
Okay.
me work with you guys. Just let me know if I can do something for you guys to help out. I'm there for it.
I would
And I
appreciate
do everything, and then I got Jesse to back me up to help me polish it up. But I know he's really busy, but he'll throw in a little bit there.
that. He'll squeeze you in between
Yeah.
naps.
in
Yeah,
between in between blood withdrawals.
Yeah, because he's
Blood
gonna need
withdrawals.
to rest after drawing his blood for the book.
Yeah, but yeah, if you guys have anything, I mean, just listening to the pitches you guys are saying right now, I've just got like all this stuff going in my
Yeah.
head. Like, oh my god,
Yeah,
I gotta draw this now. I gotta, I love
that's
being
the best
creative.
thing.
Yeah, I love just hearing this. And one of the things that's kind of funny, when we were in high school, Jesse and I and my other friend that helped write Teen Strike, what we would do is we'd go home and we would just like read the script. Jesse would be reading it, or our other friend Dave would be reading it, and then Jesse and I would just be drawing. And we'd be like, oh, and that's kind of how like it came. It was just that creative, like that energy you feel.
Mhm.
It's just, it's the stuff that wakes you up in the middle of the night. And you're just like, oh, I got to write this down. Just go. And then Dash might be interested to know one of the characters in my mobster stories. You mentioned westerns. I like westerns too. I love westerns. Tombstone's my favorite. Might not be the popular opinion, but it is my favorite. But one of the characters in that, he's like an immortal that lives basically through all of our comics, our universe.
Right.
And he is an old gunfighter that basically will just keep popping up in our books. And even though he's in this mob era, he actually still walks around with his favorite weapons, were basically 6-shooters. He still carries them. He has the machine, the submachine gun and all that, but his preference are his 6-shooters. And so I just want to show you real quick the mobster stuff real quick.
Yeah.
But he's the guy. I don't know if you can see this. He's the guy in the black in the middle, back there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be our gunfighter, and that horror story is actually going to start off. Oh, sorry, is actually going to start off in the Old West.
Cool.
Nice. Sold.
All right.
Wow.
Oh, lost his picture. All right. Well, we got to see it before he went. So, Dash, what are you looking forward to from pop culture in 2026?
Yeah, Jesse took Silent Hill, but as much as I'm going to say this, and I know I'm going to get a lot of slack for it because Jared Leto's in it. I am excited to see the He-Man movie. I want to see if they can top, because anything's going to top the Dolph Lundgren.
Say that's not a high bar right there.
It's not a high bar. So no, I'm just curious. It's again, and And if you know, we all know that Robert Kirkman did the Invincible cartoon.
Mhm.
I believe he has now done. He's got the rights to the GI Joe and Transformers.
Oh yeah, because they're doing
world.
that new universe.
Yeah, he's got the rights to that. So I believe that is coming out. We will see that. You know, we'll see how that goes. But that's one thing I'm definitely looking forward to.
Yeah.
Is that universe coming to animation? I'm a cartoon guy, so you're gonna just anything like that, you're gonna sell me. So that's pretty much what I'm looking forward to. And then just good TV. Just give me good more
TV.
give me more Landman. Give me more stuff like that. I'm all for it.
Yeah. You're back.
Yeah, sorry about that. I think I was
Oh,
getting.
no problem.
I don't know what y'all heard, but basically I said, looking forward to y'all's projects. A lot of great projects there. I'm super excited about all that.
Absolutely.
I'll probably doing some
Yeah.
fan art here next year pretty soon because
Oh, I appreciate your fan art from Immortal Era. That was
Oh, yeah.
great to have. And when you're launching a campaign, it's an amazing thing to be able to put that out. Like, okay, back it, and if you have a chance to win this. So
yeah,
I'll definitely be hitting you up when new campaigns come, and yeah, it's well appreciated. So,
Yeah.
Pops, what are you looking forward to in pop culture from 2026?
More independence, more independent creators promoting each other, more independent creators bringing their stuff to the madness growing and growing and growing, and helping independent creators get their stuff seen in the mainstream areas, in the mainstream media. We need to grow this network to compare with these other places and get people to come watch what you guys
You
are
can put
doing.
that back up.
You
So
know?
there's his Ari picture.
Didn't want to hug. I was just going to throw it in there.
Oh no,
while
go for it. We'll just show it real quick. So yes, more independence. I agree, Pops. That's where the best
what
stuff
I
is
want
coming
from
from.
pop culture, man. I don't want more of the same. No more reboots, rehashes, recrap. Don't want it. Don't care who you can get to play that part now. Don't care. It was done. It was already done. I want new, fresh pop culture.
Yes.
Okay, if you're gonna give me a Superman story, I want it to be one I haven't seen on the big screen before. I don't want to see Jonathan and Martha when they were young and baby Superman. I want none of that shit. I want new stories. Okay, if you're gonna go to the old school heroes or old school subjects, concepts, make it something new.
Yeah.
Make it different. Don't do what somebody else did. Quit trying to make somebody else's something better. Okay. Just quit.
Give me Brainiac on live screen for once, please.
Give me Brainiac on acid in a movie, and Superman's got to try to figure out how to deal with this. Because dude's thinking totally tripping, right? You got Brainiac, but he's tripping. Can you imagine? How's Clark going to deal with that? Give me something new.
I want to see like
there
Superman
you go.
team up now with this whole and fighting supernatural forces because God, that's I like it. I think I mean
something new.
Yeah,
that's all.
Chonka's going to feel that for you. I'm telling you.
There you go. That's what we need. That's what we really need. Is something like that. And, you know, hopefully
fresh,
maybe my agent pitches and gets, you know, some of my stuff on the screen because it's different. And it's, you know, that's what we hope to see is not just the same rehashes.
Like the show that we were approached, just like the show that we are approached about. Okay. You've seen shows about part of the genre, you've seen shows about the other part of the genre, but you've never seen a show that combines the genre. And it's going to be fresh, and it's going to be new, and it's going to be different. And that's why I was like, yeah, I'd love to be part of this project because nobody has ever done it before.
Cool.
I want fresh, guys. That's all.
Well, we got fresh in this room, and hopefully next year we see it in our hands, in books, on our screens, because there's great ideas, and it's time to put some of these new and fresh ideas onto the screen so we're not seeing the same things. For me, all I'm really looking forward to in pop culture is tours. I want to see bands touring. I hope Radiohead hits the US and plays a tour. I mean, I got tickets for 9 Inch Nails again, so that's where my pop culture money goes, is just when bands are playing and they're out there doing these tours. I want to see more of that. And and with where pops is kind of going, I don't need to see your anniversary tour of an album where you just rehash it. Just play a variety. Give me a full spectrum of good music, small bands, big bands, everywhere in between. That's where my big money for pop culture always goes, is seeing these bands, because listening to a CD is one thing, but when you're in the room and you're just that music is just filling every pore of your body, because the bass is just shaking you. There's nothing better than that feeling for me. So that's where I want to be. I want to be standing in small dark rooms with crowds
Are you one
watching
of
good
those guys
bands.
Ed, are you one of those guys that gets right up on the side of the stage with the amp blowing in your ear?
No, I usually I have different
I am.
spots and venues, because I do recordings for a lot of the bands. I go out and make recordings because especially in LA, the soundboards charge huge amounts of money for the bands to even patch into to record the show. So they'll bring me in. So I'll usually get the best spot for a recording.
Nice.
And get these for the bands. And yeah, if you search my name on the 9 Inch Nails archive, on the Rage Against the Machine archive, you can see I've done work for those bands, and yeah, my name is there. So
See, things we
that was the
found out
last time
about
I was
Ed that you didn't
recognized,
know.
was as a recorder, not as an artist. They were like, "Oh my God, you did all these recordings for so and so." So it was funny being recognized for that, and
It's something we didn't
I try to
know
hide
about
my
Ed.
face when I'm doing that stuff.
See,
Did you,
something we didn't know about Ed. That's what I'm trying to say. We just learned something that we didn't know about Ed.
Yes,
Did you get a chance to watch Tron Ares?
I did.
What'd you think of the soundtrack? Did you like it?
I like the
I
soundtrack a
love
lot,
the
and
soundtrack.
I thought it was a strong soundtrack for the movie, stronger than the movie was my opinion of it. I thought the soundtrack was better than the movie, but I didn't hate the movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Soundtrack was too
I really
good.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, so that's one I'm hoping he
That was a good
plays,
album.
because when I saw the last 9 Inch Nails tour, they didn't do a lot of the Tron soundtrack because it had just come out, but now that it's been properly released, I would imagine at least he'll do the 4 songs that have vocals in them, and we'll see what else. So I'm looking forward to that tour, because 9 Inch Nails always put on a really beautiful production when they're doing their shows, whether they're doing a club tour, because I've seen them do residencies at clubs and things like that. And even when they do that, the visual show is always pretty spectacular. So that's what I'm looking forward to, is tours. Just more bands, and big and small. And we like Dash was saying, we interviewed one from this band Shallow Water yesterday, and he said they're going to be coming to California. He said, "Hey, when we come, you just hit us up and we'll get you in." So I like that idea, like getting into the show, because we had a good interview and they liked it. So yes, tours. That's my pop culture I want in 2026.
Very cool, very cool. Yeah, just to give you an idea, this is a kind of funny thing. When I say get inspired, I kid you not, at work, even at work, I'll be sitting there and somebody started talking about horror movies and how like silly the premises are now. And somehow the ice maker, we have like a big old machine that you get ice from. They're like, they started talking about it, and I got inspired. I kid you not. I actually, right there, while I was in the break room, I started drawing this thing. Basically, it's a killer ice machine. It had like the ice pick and got a mask and chain.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, I'm a creative. Killer ice machine. Yes, let's do it. And so,
I want that book now. Where's the Killer Ice Machine book?
That's what I'm saying. Fresh, new. Give us something new, guys.
Yes.
Wild.
That's what I want too. All right. So does anyone have something they're promoting right now? I don't know if there's any live Kickstarters. Rogo, is yours still live?
Yeah, so what we're doing right now, I sent you the link for that one. It is the 5th anniversary hardcover edition. Basically, it contains issues, I believe, Jesse, you can correct me on this. I think it's issues 01 of Malia Mayhem. I want to say 01 of How to Hunt a Hero. And then we have Teen Strike, I believe the first 12 pages in there.
Yeah, something like that.
So hold on, let me pull that up so people can see it.
Yeah, it's a collection. It's still going. We hit our goal.
And also it also has Joe's upcoming book, Fannie Mae, the preview to that.
Yeah, he's got
all good stuff. It's all ages.
Yeah.
So this is really good. 100 pages. It's really a great book.
I'm
Awesome.
excited for it. Yeah. And we just hit our first stretch goal, I believe. So, we're really excited about that. Can't believe it's been, 5 years already.
Wow.
We've all projects going. We're excited. There's my character there and Joe's. And that's the maid is the new one. And that story, he's already shown it to me. I was like, dude, this is so much fun. I can't wait.
So
I'm excited.
cool.
I love that my friends are doing these things. And I'm just like, I love that I'm passionate about it because it makes it so easy to sell it at conventions. When we first started doing it, we only had like 1 or 2 books. So we actually reached out to other creatives and asked them, hey, we liked your book a lot. Can we buy a couple of them and sell them for you at our, at our booth? And that's how we started. We just started pitching out, I love this story, boom, boom, boom. And we would just speak that stuff. And now that we have more of a catalog, if you will, we're able to sell our stuff, more priority, but we still occasionally will pitch, a story that we really like, so I'm always up for it. If you guys need a hype person, if you want to send me something to look at and have it at our table, I'm there, man. I'll put it, if I love it, I'll put it out there and sell some of your stuff too. Cause
very cool.
Good ideas and things. Yeah. Fannie Mae, that's going to be an awesome book. I believe it's the same artist that worked on Malia. Yeah, it's really good.
I gotta jump, but for me, it's just go to La Chancla or thechancla.com, sign up for our Substack. You'll get information about all this stuff. We don't spam, but I'm trying to get a little bit better at it to at least be once a month. But yeah, just follow us on all our socials. You can find us at Child's Play Comics, pretty much on anything, or at Dinosaur Entertainment, Dinosaur Games, pretty much on anything. But I got to get going. Thank you for having me on Ed.
Thank you for coming on. We appreciate you.
I'm always available for talking if you ever need it. So just let me know.
All right. Sounds good.
Now, we do still have Goodbye to Romance is a storefront on my comic.
Okay.
That's not coming down. It's on Amazon. It's on Ingram Spark. It's, everywhere. But I did want to say, since somebody just said something about putting books on tables, we do have a con edition exclusive cover for con tables for the Goodbye to Romance Aussie art book. If anybody wants to put them on their table, they come at a significant discount so you can make money. And if you're interested, hit me up.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Because I'm all about that, promoting each other, putting each other's stuff on your tables.
Yeah.
Also in 2026, man, there's so much going on. I forget to talk. I'm in talks with both Grand Rapids Comic Con and Hall of Heroes Comic Con to have a Madness broadcast booth live all weekend at the con. So lots of things going on, man. If we can do that, we'll highlight a couple of artists. Anybody in the Madness wants to come up to one of these 2 cons and hang out at the table with us for the weekend, we're going to make these things available. We're going to keep trying to grow, keep trying to help people get seen, keep trying to help people sell books, movies, whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's in print that we promote this way, whether it's a independent film or something you want to put up on the Roku channel. We are here to help you get seen.
Nice.
Hit us up, man. Anybody, hit Dash up, hit Ed up, hit these guys up. They'll put you in touch with me. They'll put you on their shows. They'll help promote what you do, just like, that's what the network's for. Use the network for what it's for. Help each other get seen. That's all I got.
Hey, Rogo, I just backed you on the Child's Play Comics.
What I was going to say is, if you go on there, if you're listening around you, or you're watching this right now and you back it, just put in the comments that you saw this on Ed's show, and I'll do some original artwork on the inside cover for you. I'll throw in a quick sketch for you real quick.
Yeah.
Just I saw this. I backed it when I was watching it on Ed's show, and I'll throw in a sketch for you of one of our characters in the book. Just to
and they're great. You saw his sketch he did of Ari from Immortal Era, so he did a great sketch of her, and he did it live when we were launching Immortal Era 11. So 12 is a big issue. I'm really excited about when we launch that one, because it closes out the story arc and it really shakes up the entire universe. So it's the halfway point, and things are going to get wild. So I'm excited about that. I mean, I'm excited about any book that I get out. It's hard not to get excited about your books, and if you're not, then you're doing it wrong. You should be excited about each and everything that comes out of your imagination, because it takes a lot. I mean, Fish said it well. He said everyone has great ideas, but it takes a hell of a lot of work to put those great ideas into the world.
Yeah.
I also want people to think about the other side of this. Okay, back in the day, you had two big bullpens. Nobody was out there competing with each other on social media for jobs and whatnot. Okay, we had two big bullpens, and it was basically two big teams working together to try to dominate the comic market, right? There were some smaller ones, but I mean way back, okay? Way back. You had the big two. That was it, and two big bullpens. Independent comics is one big bullpen.
Right.
The Madness Network is the promotional tool you need to make independent comics mainstream. Help it grow. Help yourselves grow, work together, cross promote, all those things. Look, make it work, guys. Work together to make it work. It can be huge. Independent comics should be dominating the comic market right now. Manga's kicking DC and Marvel's ass. Why aren't we?
Yeah, sounds
come
like truth. But we got Lechanga. That's gonna bring some heat into the indie world. So I'm ready for that.
I believe it will.
So hopefully what all the things we're releasing bring heat into the indie world. And if nothing else, you go to the cons and you get diehard readers, and there's nothing greater than one of your readers sending you a message and saying, "Oh my gosh, I loved this book so much. This was a great issue." And when that's the people you're doing it for. It's like, sure, we'd all love to have a Brinks truck bring some money to our house,
Right.
but in the end, we're not doing it for that, because we're working regular day jobs. We can't just say we're so big that we can just make money just doing our creativity. So the fact that we're doing it is because we love it. And if you share that love, I think people they're going to flock to it because they can't help it.
Yeah, especially at cons, guys. Put a united front up. Even if you can't stand the guy next to you, put up a united front of independent comics need to be the big thing. They really do. Okay, because they're better. First off, they're better. Okay, the stories aren't overlorded by some corporate agenda machine. You guys put out better stories. Too much competition between you. Y'all need to work together. That's all. I see a lot of cross promotion with Ed and Lori, and they get on their campaigns, and you got links to other people's campaigns and all that, and that's how this grows, guys. That's how
we did a cross promotion with Floaters and Teen Strike. It was great.
Yeah, that's how
they were reading a copy of Floaters, the Teen Strike character. So that's
awesome.
It was great.
Awesome.
And this show's about that. Not I'm better, you're better. No, we're all better, and let's let the world know.
Gotta be one big team if you want to win.
Right.
You're right.
As soon as you're not working as a team, they win. Don't let them win. Their shit sucks. I'm sorry, I have to say it. The mainstream has fallen. Don't let them beat you.
There's good stuff to be said, but there's great indie
stuff. Far between now, though.
True.
It's so few. I mean, come on, man. I have 7,000 comics, most of them Marvel, in my room, in the room I'm in right now. But the quality today does not hold up. Entertainment wise, okay, even for the kids, man, it's like the Marvel stuff. Okay, yeah, the video games with Miles Morales, woo, but do the comics sell?
Depends on the book.
Exactly. There is no real answer to that, because it doesn't compare to what they used to be. We can fill that void, guys. We can.
I'm all for
like,
especially
what you guys are doing with Teen Strike and all the kids stuff. You got to bring the kids into this. Okay, so everybody that's doing a kids book, I love it, and I promote it. Matt and Steph and everybody that does something that's directly targeting the kids. I want that. I want the kids to come, because then when they're teenagers, they're still going to be interested.
Yeah.
And then when they're
Get
old
'em
men,
young.
they're still going to be interested.
Yeah, I'm interested in this Christmas stuff that y'all are doing. If you can send me the link for that, if I can still join that, or however, I'm not very computer savvy, but if I can watch that, I definitely want to check that out. I want to
Oh,
know
that's Christmas.
what.
Yeah, I
else-
just got to send them the pilled one because that's how we watched it at my mom's house. So
Okay.
yeah,
I gotta
it's
go look for that.
it's
Let me see.
brutal.
I'll be into that. But I was going to say, if you get a chance, it's not a bad movie. A Christmas
There.
Story, the follow.
that's
I saw that. It's actually decent. Don't
Yeah.
watch A Christmas Story 2.
Yeah.
That is avoidable.
Yes, that one's bad.
Okay.
That one's bad. But when I was watching it, I'm just watching the movie, and I'm like, how cool would it have been to see? Like, I don't know, I was just wild hair at my butt kind of thing. Like to see a video game, or maybe something more into Ralphie's world of
Yes.
their rifle and stuff. So I ended up doing this piece while I was watching the movie. I don't know if you can see it. Basically, it's a Red Rider Redemption.
Sold.
Yeah, like
Sweet.
just and you can see like a leg lamp or whatever is the right.
Yes.
Yeah, just like that, man. I love just sitting down and just watching something. Love people reacting to things, especially. It makes me happy, especially if it's something that I've seen. I'm just like, oh God, I had to sit through that too. And seeing people like, oh my God, suffer through it. That's a lot of fun, man. I get a kick out of that. So I'm looking forward to watching that too.
Hold on. He just put the link. I will put it in the
Oh,
chat.
I
If you
forgot to
want.
put a space there. Damn it. There's no space in between it. But watch along. H. Between the G and the H right there, just cut that off.
Where's that at? Where do I got to cut it out?
Just start at the HTTP.
Oh, sorry.
It's right in the private chat. It's in the private chat.
Okay, because I was trying to link it. So it's HTTP. Let me see.
It's in the
Put
private
it in,
chat. Just copy and
Okay.
paste it in there.
and that'll get you to.
That will take you to it. And it does take you to it. So there's a little like 15-second ad before it, and then boom, you're on.
It is painful, but it's worth a view just to say you've seen it, I guess.
I'm gonna say our commentary makes it hilarious and well worth the watch.
Yes. All right, hold on. Gotta go back. All right, so yeah, we had a fun time with it. It's not a fun movie, but we had a fun time.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
It's so bad.
There was a lot of jokes there. There was a lot of jokes told that were better than the ones in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we had fun with a bad movie.
Wow.
Awesome.
All right, so we're over 2 hours. This is one of our long shows. So let's wrap things up. Dash, where can people find you?
Oh, you'll find me on Facebook, as always, pretending to be a comedian and doing my pulp culture stuff. That's where you'll find me. And appreciate coming on.
All right. Rogo, where can we find you?
For content, just go to Child's Play Comics, or you can find me, my artwork and other stuff like that. You can find on Art by Rogo on Instagram. That's pretty much where I post. But if you want to pick up a comic book, if you want to back that campaign, it's still going for a little while. And like I said, if you see it here, if you watch it on the show, you say, hey, I saw this on Ed's show, just put that in the comments somewhere, and I'll go ahead and throw in a sketch for you. Dash, I'll throw one in for you for backing that. Again, thank you so much.
Yeah, it'll be under Gordon. That's my first name, Gordon.
Okay, cool.
So.
Cool.
All right. So yeah, and I'll get there and back that as well. I got to get my nice hardcover. I always love to have those on the shelf. And then Pops, where can we find you? I guess everywhere is the answer, but where specifically can we find you?
Go check out the Madness Entertainment Group Facebook group, not page. Go to the group where there's thousands of like-minded creators, fans, etc. Post there. Post your stuff there. If you got an active campaign, you should be dropping a link in the Madness Facebook group every day. Every day you should be. Everybody doesn't go there every day. Some people only go there once a week. They're not scrolling back 6 days to see what you posted last week. Post every day.
Nice.
That's y'all. Go Madness, baby.
Nice.
Ooh,
All
yeah.
right. And then for me, you can find me at Finish Line Comics, all the different social media platforms. I'm going to get better about posting every day. That's one of my New Year's goals, is to get myself out there better.
Promote yourself.
But you can find me at least twice a week, and you can find me right here on Saturday mornings and on Wednesday. You can find us this week. You can find us talking about K-pop Demon Hunter. So Dash is not here for that, but he's gonna be there
I'm
whether
gonna
he
be.
wants
I'll
to
be there
or
in
not.
body. I'll be there in body. I don't know if I'll be there in spirit. No, I
Dash
kid.
is going to embody the grumpy balcony
Grumpy,
Muppet.
right up there in the corner.
So
right
that'll
behind
be
Ed.
him. He's
Yep.
ready for it for
That'll
this
be
week.
me and you. That'll be
All right,
me
so
and Dash up there in the corner.
Pops,
okay?
there you go. There's
My
the two of
grandson-
them. I don't
my
know where I
grandson
stand yet. I
made
haven't
me
watched
watch
it.
that.
I haven't watched
My
it yet.
grandson made me watch
I'm watching it after watching it today. As soon as we're done here.
Yep,
Yeah,
My
that's my
grandson
later
made me
today
watch
thing.
it on movie night. It was like we are trying to find something to watch. He's like, everybody else says it's good. Okay, we'll give it a chance. My God. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So until next week, I guess until next Wednesday, we will have a great weekend, and I will go back to boxing Kickstarters to make
There
sure
you go.
everybody gets their copy of Floaters in the mail this week.
Awesome.
Back to work.
All
Hey,
right.
Dash,
Have a
hit me
great
up, Dash,
weekend.
afterwards.
Ro, I sent you a Facebook
cool.
request. If you want me to send somewhere else, let me know.
Yeah, do it to the art by Instagram. I don't.
Okay.
Which one you send it for? I'll check it out. But
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Have-
Ed, appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Always appreciate it, and have a great weekend.
All right.
Peace.
See ya.
If you missed the live viewing of any Meg production, you can find all our content on Roku or as a member of this channel. Madness Entertainment Group.